Hi, and welcome to Chamber Chat here in the Inside Lowell studios. I'm Danielle McFadden, president of the Greater Lowell Chamber of Commerce. Very excited to have our guest on today. We have 𝗵𝘁𝗺 from Life Solutions Group. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
Good, good. So nice to see you.
Yeah, nice to be here. Very excited to be on the Chamber Chat for the second time.
Yes.
Here. It's been a while, but today we're going to focus more about the employers and the employees.
Yes.
And some of the things they're struggling with that we were talking about right before this, especially retention, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you hearing from employers right now?
Yeah, I feel like it's totally an employee market right now, and employers are having so much trouble hiring and retaining employees. So they're always looking for ways to make their employees feel valued and to add that extra value and to set their company apart from other companies. Because if not, there's a very good chance that their employees are going to go looking for another place to work, or that somebody's going to recruit them.
And that's happened a lot in the last few years, right?
It sure has. Yeah. I mean, employees, I feel like everybody kind of reassessed what they wanted out of a job or a career or their lifestyle. And now they're telling employers, this is what I want. And
Right.
they're coming with a list of demands in some cases.
100%.
Yeah.
So we were seeing the same exact thing that you are. And what a lot of business owners don't know about right now is something called the Workforce Training Fund program. I just became aware of this in the last 8 months. You've got a little bit of a head start on that than me.
Yeah, we've been doing info sessions on the Workforce Training Fund program with Middlesex Community College, Middlesex 3, the City of Lowell, all different entities for as long as I've been at the chamber.
Right.
But what people don't realize is that there is this fund available that employers pay into through the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. And there are different programs and trainings that you can participate in. And after you're done, you submit a form, and in many cases, if it's a qualifying program, you get reimbursed for it.
Yeah.
And it's free money, and people aren't taking
Right.
advantage of it. And it's not that hard to qualify.
So I saw a statistic. It's less than 0.5% of businesses in Massachusetts have taken advantage of this
That is
in the past
unbelievable.
6 years.
That is so unbelievable to me. I just took advantage of it for the first time last year. I did the LEADS program and was able to get reimbursed for it, the full tuition for the program.
Yeah, depending on the number of employees you have.
Yeah.
It's up to 100% reimbursement.
And I'm only 1.5 employees, so currently. We're growing, but so I mean, it's like I said, not hard to qualify. It's amazing, and it's free money for your business.
Right. Yeah, there's stress reduction, there's sales training, leadership training, really a whole number of providers on
English learning, like all different programs.
Yeah, it's a lot, and definitely something that you should look into and take advantage of if you're already paying for it, right?
I totally agree. Some things are not too good to be true.
Right.
This is one of them.
Yeah. Oftentimes we hear, "Oh, I'm too busy to look into something like that." But think about it. If you've already paid several $1,000s for something, wouldn't you want to use that
Absolutely.
money instead of just letting it go away?
And it's a great benefit for your employees if you find some type of, a training or a program that can help them further themselves professionally, personally. I mean, sales training, there's so many different programs. So it's something that you can do to help retain or attract new employees by offering these things.
So because of that, I'm actually meeting with 𝗵𝘵𝗺𝗶𝗰𝗸 Corporation in the state after this to get literature to help share with business owners.
Awesome.
How to take advantage of
That's
this.
Great.
I'm get a PowerPoint and then some flyers as well.
Great.
Yeah.
We'll have to do something with that after you have all those materials.
Yeah, I would love to, because it's too good not to take advantage of, right?
It's so true. Yeah. And is it something that you've looked into for your business?
Yeah.
To offer value to employers?
Yeah. So we took a list of all the different options that were out there. As you said, there's a database you can research what applies. And what we found, there was nothing for reducing financial stress.
I feel like we just need to sit on that for a second. Like, what?
Yeah.
Because I feel like most people experience financial stress. How
Right.
is there nothing out there?
There was nothing listed on there for financial stress.
So did you do something about that?
we submitted to be a training provider
Excellent.
at the end of December. So we've recently been added on there.
Congratulations. That's
Yeah.
really exciting.
Thank you. And this actually coordinated at the same time that a business owner that I know, he knew his employees were struggling financially. And what he said to me is, can you please come talk to my employees? I know they're struggling, but I can't step over that boundary and tell them these things. Can you come in and just educate them a little bit on what they can do better so they're not as distracted while they're at work? So this was right at the same time I became aware of this program. So it was kind of a no-brainer to look into.
And you're talking about employees being distracted at work. You told me this crazy statistic before we went on the air.
Right. There are so many different statistics out there right now about the number of hours employees are spending working on their personal finances at work. So a couple things. If you don't think it's impacting your business, it may not, but you'd be the minority, because up to 3 to 9 hours per week, if people are stressed about their personal finances, they're working at work.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time. Another study said it was 19 working days a year.
Oh my gosh. I mean, if you really think about it, it makes sense, because people have their phones, so you can access, all your bank accounts, your credit card information, just wherever you are, right? Plus, I'm sure people are doing it on their work computers, maybe, or
all the
making
time.
phone calls.
So this was especially common right after the holidays were over. Just going to networking events, we'd ask how people are doing pleasantries, and they'd be bringing up things like, oh, well, it was great, but now I have to pay for it. Or,
oh my gosh.
Yeah, I can't wait to see my credit card bill. Like, out of left field, just coming up. So it's obviously top of mind.
Yes, very stressful.
Very stressful for a lot of people, when sometimes just making slightly different decisions, you may be making great decisions today, but slightly different, could put you in a much better spot and put you at ease.
Yeah, that's so interesting, and it makes so much sense. And sometimes it's just so overwhelming to think about certain things, or your whole overall financial wealth, that you just kind of push it off, or you let things roll over, like your retirement or your health insurance, just what you currently have. Yeah. Because it's easier than just looking at it.
Right. It is. It's easier than looking at it. I don't offer this, but home and auto insurance. It's one of those things where you may not have enough coverage any longer, or over time it starts to increase. That's one of the easiest places to find money where you're overspending. It's not for everybody, but a good majority of people. Yeah. That's one area where we could find that, or prepaying low interest like a mortgage when you have either money sitting in a bank account, earning now upwards of less than zero right now.
Not earning too much. Yeah.
Depending on where it's positioned. But then you also have credit cards that are now sometimes 30%. So they'll have money sitting in a bank account, earning not that much, or they're prepaying a mortgage when they have 30% credit card interest.
Yeah. So having somebody that can help you look at these things is really important.
Not even just be aware. So what I like to do is give tools and strategies so you can do it on your own.
That's great. So that you can do it every year, or whenever,
Right.
Probably it's smart to look at those things every year.
It's smart to look at it, but sometimes it's like, okay, well, where do I start?
Yeah.
So I have worksheet to work through. It's not for me. It's for you to go through, and oftentimes people find substantial amount of money that they didn't realize they actually had.
Yeah.
Going to not the wrong places, but they could definitely use those for better things, such as going on vacation or whatever that may be. So it's a passion of mine.
Yeah, you can tell it's very important too. And you're a father and have 3 little ones, so you know the importance of making every penny count.
Oh yeah. A new activity every week, right?
Exactly. Not to mention, the whole college thing that will creep up at some point.
Yeah. Better
a while from now, but still.
Yeah. Well, it's better to start early. And yeah, there's some changes on that front, but we could talk a different time.
Awesome. So the employee training program that you're talking about, what are some things that you bring when you're offering this to their employees?
Yeah, so it's reducing financial stress through financial literacy. And it's, again, giving tools where you can become self-sufficient, put yourself in a better place, because oftentimes you have a retirement plan, let's say.
Yep.
The goal of that retirement plan, meaning not always, but typically, is to put more money in the retirement plan, give you strategy there. That may not be the best fit for everybody.
Yep.
In the business. So it's talking about the difference between a savings account and a credit card, how that credit card at 30% interest is going to double if you don't pay it off in about 2.4 years.
Really? Yeah. That soon?
At 30% interest,
wow,
yes.
That's unbelievable.
So ideas, strategies, tools because knowing what to do is one thing. Actually doing it is a completely separate.
That's so true. I'm laughing just because
it's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody knows what they should do,
yeah.
But actually doing it. So putting strategies in place, like a lot of people don't know this, oftentimes with your payroll that you get, you can direct that money to multiple places. A separate savings account, an investment account, where you don't even see it because out of sight, out of mind.
Absolutely.
So there's been several lottery winners. Everyone knows this story. They get this huge sum of money. I can never outspend it, but they find a way to do it.
In many cases, pretty quickly, too.
Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Because there's something called Parkinson's law. If you have a week to do a job or a month to do a job, how long is it going to take you?
Yeah, exactly.
However much time you have.
Yep.
Same thing works for money. You'll find a way. If you don't direct that money on where to go, it'll find places to go for you.
Interesting. I've never heard of it from that perspective. I've heard of it in terms of time, but not in terms of money.
Yeah. So it's
interesting.
It's really interesting concept. So we'll come in, we'll educate about that during.
Yeah.
It is during working hours. That's one of the requirements for the program.
Yeah. Which is a nice benefit for your employees to show them that you truly care.
Yeah.
Is to give them the time to attend something like this.
Right. But getting back to the beginning of the conversation, what I've heard from employees, wow, this shows me my company cares about me. They value me.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Which I believe is the most important part, whether it's this training or a different one that shows that you care about what's going on.
Yeah. It's so true. And then it might spark conversations among employees too, right? Because now they feel like a sense of camaraderie. Right. They're doing this together and
exactly. Something different to break up the mundane of the day-to-day.
And then next thing you know it, all your employees are inspiring each other to pack their lunch instead of ordering out. And they're all saving money and they're putting it away.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but if we can impact one person, that could change that person's trajectory in life. So it's...
Yeah. And also, I'm going to kind of go back even more, like they're kids, right?
Yeah.
If you know how to handle money and in different situations like that, hopefully you pass that on to your children as well. So.
Yeah, hopefully it starts the conversation, because oftentimes that's the disconnect. A lot of people learn about money from observing or hearing just phrases and bits and pieces. I can even say that for my own family, right? From different generations, information wasn't passed on. And
yeah, we don't talk about money. That's rude.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's heard that phrase before.
Well, we don't talk about that. Oh, okay.
And at the
might be helpful.
At the end, yeah, exactly. At the end of the day, it's just a tool you use to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish.
Absolutely.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
So to not talk about it is not going to help you, right?
Right. Exactly.
Just be aware of your situation, make better choices, and try to make improvements.
And we're going to talk more about this because we're going to do some type of seminar coming up. So we'll have more information about that.
Exactly. We'll get more in depth about that training in particular.
Yep.
I just wanted to really highlight the program itself.
Yeah, it's great.
Right. So if anyone wants to learn more about that program, again, it's newer to me, but I can, or you can direct them to the right resources.
Yeah, it's great.
And of course, if they were interested in my program, I'd love that too.
Yeah. Or just having you come in and, you do all kinds of stuff to help businesses.
Yeah.
Consulting. And
Right.
so you're always happy to have a conversation with somebody.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want our viewers to know about Life Solutions Group and what you do?
I would say that Life Solutions Group started by John Pratt to help business owners in all aspects of their life. And that means helping the families of the employees as well, which is a really important part, because if they're not happy, right, what does that do to your business if you're relying on them?
Yeah, they're the backbone of your business. Exactly. Absolutely. Well, this was a lot of fun.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Very insightful, and I'm so glad we got to talk about the Workforce Training Fund, because again, people don't know about it, and it's just such a tremendous resource for Massachusetts businesses.
Well, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
And thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Chamber Chat. We'll be back again soon with another wonderful guest. Thanks so much.